Oh baby, you've got what I need.
There was a little melody to that.
You like that?
That was there was
doing a little run.
Desi's the
I was the
musician.
star of my senior play. I'm just saying. Welcome to Overdrive AF, the official podcast of Overdrive Fitness. My name is Teddy Gerzon, and I'm joined by Gina Marie Gerzon.
I'm not gonna sing. Hi.
As always with us, special teams coordinator, Destroyer.
What's up?
And that intro, Rest in Beats, Biz Marquee. Passed away recently, at the age 57, type 2 diabetes. So, I mean, probably the catchiest chorus in all of rap history, I would say, right?
For sure.
Definitely top 10.
Yeah. I mean, I can't think of that song without having to sing it or having it stuck in my head for like the rest of the day. And like just the chorus, I don't even know the words to
Yeah.
the verses.
Yeah. Solid. Anything to add to Biz Marquee's passing from you?
I think he was pretty iconic, I must say. I think even back in the day he was feeling himself.
Mm-hmm.
And just being who he was at the time, who he is, who he was at the time. I think that having that confidence is something that everybody needs to work on.
That's true.
From the inside. Confidence from the inside.
I dig it. What else was I going to say about Biz Marquee? I can't remember. Anyway, so passing of an iconic rapper. We definitely can't pass up bringing that up on this show.
I have to play that in the gym this week.
Yeah, on repeat. Yeah.
Every remix, every cover.
I mean, it is upsetting. It's not upsetting to me as DMX passing away, but it definitely is upsetting because, it's part of your childhood.
For sure.
So.
Do you, boo boo?
Yeah.
That's the do you, boo boo rapper.
And to have a chorus without any curse words in it,
Yeah,
you can sing this one everywhere.
yeah, anyone can sing.
Yeah. So yeah.
Feeling good about being off key.
You almost have to sing it badly.
Yeah, that's probably why I appreciate it, because I can't sing. So I'm like, you know what? I have every excuse in the world to not nail this right now. Actually, not nailing it is nailing it, because there is no fucking perfect pitch for it.
I think it's a good shower singing song, or a song that you would sing with your pets.
Yeah.
Right? Because there could be some howling and growling and
Yeah.
crying involved.
They can match your
Which-
pitch.
Yeah, which in turn could become a melody.
Usually my singing is so bad I change the migration patterns on birds.
Raj tends to do that with certain music in here, that's for sure.
He's a Busta Rhymes fan for sure.
Yeah.
It's got good taste.
Yes. Yep. All right, so moving on, Major League Baseball just wrapped up the All-Star game. That was exciting. We're in the NBA Finals, where someone's gonna win their first ever NBA title, whether it's the Suns or the Bucks. Series is tied up. Who do you think's gonna win it?
I feel like Milwaukee stole a lot of the momentum with last game, but I want the Suns to win because I want Chris Paul to finally get it.
I think the Suns are gonna win it, and you want to know why I think that?
Why?
If you haven't noticed, but the past few years, the NBA forces everything to go to 6 or 7 games.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it's, and the Suns have home court advantage. So
Their home court, like that arena is like popping. If you've watched any of those games, that seems like the craziest stadium you could be in right now.
and Sir Charles played there.
Yeah.
So, well, not that specific arena, I guess, right?
Yeah.
They're in a newer one now.
I think so.
Anyway, so yeah, I think the Suns will win it. I know Gina's rooting for the Suns because they have the color purple in their jerseys. So
Fair enough.
I mean,
actually, so do the Bucks.
Yeah, but not as often. Like the
Yeah.
Suns, it's part of like the main thing.
Yeah,
The Bucks, it's part of their like.
it's like
the
purple and
classic.
green.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Oh, that doesn't go. That's
Yeah.
Barney.
Yeah.
No offense to Barney or anything.
You're a dinosaur hater. So, yeah, we have that going on. What else is going on?
Jason's still been doing well for the most part. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of touch and go sometimes, but we're midway through the summer too, so.
Yeah, they just came out of the All-Star break, so I know he was just sent back down to Sacramento last night, so he didn't get in the game at all, but he was just sent back down.
Yeah, but he's holding strong. Like,
Oh,
no
yeah,
matter
it's part
where
of the
he
business.
is,
Yeah.
he's got such a great attitude, and he's learning in the process. A lot of learning, and very humble, as always.
Mm-hmm. And it's been hot as fuck in New York. Super hot.
Again, it's mid-July. There's been some storms brewing
Yeah.
around the United States, so it's been sending a lot of humidity our way. I mean, we like I said, we have to show some love to Desi's shirt. No, I don't think, can they see it, Desi?
I don't think they can see it.
Very Maui.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that shirt right now.
Mahalo.
Yeah.
I'm just trying really hard not to sweat through it.
It's very moist out.
Yeah.
It's one of those days. Yeah. Wow.
Dropped it on the podcast.
It's one of those days.
I'm gonna blast the audio for that.
Yeah. You're going to slow it down and zoom in on my
Slow it
lips,
down.
over enunciating it. Put a little bass in it.
Yeah.
Moist. So why don't you give us an update? Did you run it all? I know
did.
you were away, so tell us
Yeah.
what's up.
During my vacation, I did not get any running in, even though I did bring my running shoes because the weather was pretty fucking bad at the time. Just like pouring rain almost the whole time I was gone. But then this week I was back and I got in 28 or 29 miles despite the
I didn't know that.
heat.
That was great.
It was
Wow.
pretty gross. I mean, I was really soaking through. It's like that point where, like, the shirt you're wearing becomes almost like a weighted vest
Yeah.
because it's so wet. But I made it happen.
Good job, Des.
Awesome.
Plowed through.
Yeah, I knew after like a week off, I knew I had to do something because I also was not eating particularly well that last week. So
You earned it.
wanted to make up for some lost time.
But you know what? You got to see very important people.
It's true.
You got to get some R&R in.
Yeah, a
Right?
lot of carbs.
Okay.
Pancakes,
Serotonin.
brownies,
It's comfort food.
enchiladas,
Hey.
a lot of cheese,
That's
Hey.
what's up.
all the good stuff.
You've been studying a lot. You've been doing a lot of work on the
Yeah.
computer. So, it's nice to balance.
It's true, yeah.
Balance is so important. We always
Yeah.
talk about that.
I didn't feel bad at any point while eating it because I knew that it'd be easy to just get back into the
Exactly.
flow of everything.
Right. Lesson.
Let yourself have it.
Huge
every
lesson.
once in a while.
You're embracing it. You're living it. You're being it. So
Yeah.
good.
You make it happen.
No guilt here, right?
Excuse me. I don't know why I keep yawning.
I don't have a comeback for that one.
I just had a second cup of coffee too, so it's having the reverse effect. It's slowing me down.
Teddy usually makes me
You gave
a
me
nice
decaf.
large pot. I didn't.
I'm kidding.
I
No,
did not give you anything. You made your own coffee.
Yeah, I don't fuck with decaf. There's no fun in there.
So I know you had a topic on your mind.
Yeah, so since it's hot out, it's just, clearly it's summer. The biggest thing, I shouldn't say the biggest thing. A big thing that usually happens to everyone when it becomes summer is, and it's typical. You want to look your best in the summer because you're wearing a lot less clothes. So, what a lot of people instantly do is like, oh, I got to lose weight. Right? Not specifically just trim fat. They're just like, I got to lose weight. So what do? Cut carbs. Just like everybody else. They immediately start cutting carbs. And what happens when you cut carbs and you start to work out in these conditions, right? You may start to sweat more because your body is starting to expel more water. It's not retaining as much. Okay? And
Yes.
your carb intake does have an impact on the amount of water your body retains. It's not going to make you bloated, right? Like you were saying before we got on, it has more to do with food composition. But
Food composition, food quality.
Yeah, and we'll get into that. But before I turn it over to you, I mean, bottom line is, don't be like every other asshole in the world that cuts carbs and then all of a sudden they fucking crash in their workout and be like, I don't know why this happened. And so it's because you're a fucking asshole. You did what you're not supposed to do, right? Don't cut all your carbs out and then, for the sake of looking great in the summer, but really feeling like ass because you're dehydrated and you're not, your body's just not retaining what it needs to retain in order to operate optimally.
And even, I drink a ton of water, but then if you're not taking in the appropriate amount of starch or foods that will help you give you more energy, produce more energy, and retain more energy, and combinations of things, that it's like turning on the faucet and letting it just flow. Mm-hmm. There's no shut off there, Mm-hmm. Our body, our brain too, is made up of so much of carbohydrate that it's not fat. So it doesn't make sense for us not to ingest those types of foods. Brain function, muscle function in general, processes that happen in your body. We actually need carbohydrates. We want to function optimally. Yeah.
So, like, it sounds so simple, and I don't know how much we can beat this dead horse, but just don't do it, right? I mean, and if you choose to and you feel like shit, don't ask why. You did it to yourself, right? And there's nothing wrong with carbs. We can't repeat that and say that enough, right? I mean, like, a lot of people that are, let's put it this way, who actually is ripped and has hard muscle that doesn't eat an ounce of carbs, a gram of carbs in their entire day, every day? I've yet to come across anyone. Mm-hmm. People that may be somewhat lean and don't eat carbs, they're soft and doughy. Like, they're softer than baby poo. You touch them and you're like,
they're very flat looking.
Yeah. And you want to look full.
Yeah.
That's what gives you that toned look when there's a belly in their muscle. So.
Yep. That is very true.
Anything else to add?
I mean, it can get very complex, this conversation, but all the more reason for people to come in and get the coaching. Work specifically on that goal. The customized coaching is where it's at. But just in general, get the proper foods in to make you feel good. Get the foods in a timely fashion that allow you to perform in all aspects of your life optimally.
I mean, weren't you telling me once that, like, the carbs and the fat is actually what gives, like, the muscles, like, that definition, like the actual toning of them?
Your carbohydrates are what allow you to give you that fullness, give you it gives you that shape. I mean, again, we have to stress the tissue, we have to create stress. That's why that nice combination of both strength training and conditioning based, cardiovascular based activity, ranges of that are really what allow you to to firm, to tone. I know that word is kind of, but we'll put it out there for a second. To kind of fill you out in all the right places and tighten you up. And food does a lot of that for you too. We just have to allow those two things to work hand in hand.
Yep.
know?
The only other thing I'll add is if you had to cut one, carbs or alcohol, cutting the alcohol is going to yield the biggest results. So, I mean, pick and choose what's really most important to you.
And I find it funny too. I cut all my carbs out, but then they're drinking. They're going to, every barbecue and party, and then they end up having whatever it is that they're having. I don't even care if it's the clear liquids. The point is that you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, pick
Still
your poison and make your choice.
Still calories too.
But
so,
at the end of the day,
just because you pick tequila doesn't mean it's fucking.
Well, I had one meal
burning
today.
fat.
But then they end up going through a bottle and a half of wine, or how much tequila, or vodka, or whatever the case. I don't even know.
And I love tequila, but you gotta be.
I mean, just make your choice and live with it. That's all.
Exactly. So that's about it.
Get your carbs, feel your best, perform well.
Hydrate properly.
It allows you to be happy.
Yeah.
Happy's good.
Happy's a lot better than feeling like shit all the time. It's like, oh, you look great. It's like people that feel like shit because their diet is horrible, but they feel like they look good and they need to hear all the compliments all the time. Like, oh, you look so great. It's like, oh, thank God I needed to hear that because I haven't been feeling so great. It's like, oh, tell me more why you're not feeling great. Oh, because you're an asshole when it comes to your nutrition and you suck at life. So if you don't want to suck at life, eat your carbs, hydrate properly, stop being an asshole.
Stop being an asshole.
That third one's a
It
big
always
one.
comes back to that.
Yeah, stop being an
Stop
asshole.
being an asshole.
Then maybe that's our next shirt.
Stop being an asshole.
So, yeah, that's all I really have to say on that.
If you eat more carbs, you're going to feel like Desi's shirt. That's what I'm going to
Good vibes.
put that out. Good vibes. Yes.
Carbs are good vibes.
It's true.
Yeah. You're going to feel how you look and look how you feel.
And if you don't want to take our advice, then I suggest you flee to communist Cuba because they're having a great time over there. But anyway, that's all we have to add about this subject, I have to say about this subject. And we will catch you guys next week on another episode of Overdrive AF.